Hi, I'm Daniel, and I'm continuing Legospective by discussing an episode of The Simpsons. Lego has made many crossover specials or things I could talk about, but this feels different because the episode counting this season another one-off special. Specifically, Season 25, Episode 20. It's an interesting episode and one of the best from Modern Simpsons. I'm counting 2040 as modern, by the way. Anyway, I don't know if this was made with Lego, because they do make it vague with the box not saying anything. It's obviously inspired by Lego to account for this series at least. In this video, I'll go over what makes Rick like me unique, funny, and well crafted around Lego. This episode just has the yoga part of the intro and cuts off the rest of it. It's a bit of a missed opportunity to remake the whole intro in Lego, but that would have probably been hard to animate and it was probably cut to give the episode an extra minute of time. I still think they made something great with this, but the abrupt cut to black, and it follows the shock of having Homer open his eyes to Lego Marge. To start, I really like the animation style of this episode. The Lego world looks fun and colourful. This episode makes great use of how cursed the Simpsons look in Lego form. Their heads and faces don't fit with their noses, glasses, and bald heads. But that's the point. This whole world is created in a way where nothing makes sense, no one can get hurt, and it goes with your Lego logic. It has a drawer of spare pieces for Marge to use in the beginning. At the dinner table, Bart says something's different, but it was just him wearing a tie, definitely nothing else. Also, Maggie is a big and duper-like toy, which is a funny decision for how unusual shapes are often adapted to Lego. Homer drives to the comic book store to get a brick set for Lisa, and touching it gives him a vision. It is a flashback with the regular Modern Simpsons style, where Homer agreed to build the set with Lisa and actually found it tolerable. He admits to Lisa that parents get bored playing with their children, but this time he didn't. I like this scene because it sends Homer's goofy in the way I explained it, but it feels more genuine and caring than Homer regularly is. This scene is also interesting because it shows this isn't just some non-canon random adventure. There's some tie with the regular Simpsons style as well. It creates intrigue for the audience of what this even is. Back to Lego, he is in shock at that vision and starts seeing non-Lego him as a reflection, which leads him to have an angry rant to himself, which Apu hears and thinks is about him, which leads him to point out that he deserves to be there because he's on the advent calendar. This is a funny joke about the world. As revealed later, it's not a Lego set, but it's funny to think about this idea. Maggie being a 25 explains things with her size. I wonder if stuff like this will sell for like £50. If I was a non YouTuber, I would say something like type in the comments how many you can name. I won't say it directly, but you can if you want. I have been pausing on this one note joke for too long. There is a plot, I should get back to that. He keeps seeing visions and goes to church service, where the Reverend reads the Lego version of a passage, saying before the world began there was only table. I find it funny that the religious object is the orange piece in Lego sets for some reason. I'm sorry that I don't know what that's called, I am a fake Lego fan. Homer gets up and finds out he has 2D animated hands with fingers. The Reverend looks through his book and then says our religion is not true, sorry about that. This is really funny for how casually he realizes the beliefs have been incorrect. This video has probably too much joke explaining, but this episode is just really funny. Homer goes back to the comic book store to touch the boy again, leading to another flashback. Homer and Lisa are building a mini Springfield and plan to enter a Lego tournament. However, Lisa has friends over discussing the survival games book series with all the kids and plans to see the new movie on Friday. And has picked it over the brick stock. This scene is awkward but in a good way, and Lisa is going up. Homer goes alone in a sad mood, and comic book guy's display falls over on him, which knocks him out, sends him into a dream world. This is a great plot and overall story to show the Lego worlds are imaginary and a way for Homer to escape Lisa growing up. I really like this characterization of Homer, where at first he just wants to play pretend, but he realizes there's moments he'll miss if he stayed here. Homer isn't just told by someone what to do, he ends up thinking about making a decision himself. The idea of making a choice himself gives him either like an out-of-body experience or coma where he could have died or avoided life in this world. This meaning could be further dissected without fair to go back to the point. He goes to the comic book guy, but he tries to stop him because an adult obsessed with toys represents the part of him that prefers the artificial world. This reminds me of the Lego movie too. This works brilliantly as both a metaphor and in universe where Homer is about to be attacked by Lego sets, but then Bart comes to save him. I haven't mentioned it yet, but there was a side where Skinner ordered him to build the school and do it by the rules multiple times. But Bart decides to break that by creating a mecha from many different sets. This represents the other part that is more free and like a kid. Bart is a representation of why Homer should leave, both because he's his kid and will have to grow up as well, and represents a more connection to reality. Homer says goodbye to Lego Marge and says she's the best pop in the universe and leaves. He wakes up to the issue decided to come, and he says he learned important lessons of parenting in a Lego world. There's a joke about how that's also the Lego movie, and it's a weird coincidence. Rick Like Me only aired 3 months after it, so it wasn't supposed to be that similar. It might have been planned to be as cool to the Lego movie, but all the similarities involve the twist. I'm guessing this little joke was at the last minute as a funny reference. Lisa changed her mind, but Homer encouraged us to go to the movie anyway, which is a nice end showing his character arc. The episode also ends with a solar system seeming out to be a Lego set. It's a bit weird but also kind of funny. Rick Like Me is an amazing episode has a unique aspect towards it, but so much more. It's funny to see Lego Springfield with constant great jokes. I only explained some of them. It has a good message about parenting told through this medium. This feels like someone cared about right here, not just a mass-produced group of 20 episodes. I don't even think what I've seen of post-21 Simpsons is that bad, just beyond and poorly structured. I'll still pick Holidays of Future Past as the best Modern Simpsons episode. I already made a video on it, but this is a close second. In conclusion, I hope you enjoyed this different Legospective. I have a couple of bonus ones planned before I start Ninjago. I also really like when I make a video on Matt Groening's show, especially when new Futurama episodes releasing soon. I know I said I have mixed feelings on this, but now it's almost here I'm excited. I'll probably make some videos on that. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, consider pressing subscribe and watching either my other Lego or Matt Groening videos. The end.